Well, hey everyone, welcome back to Kitchen Table TCG. I hope you're having a great day. Today we are going to talk about welcome to Rathe. We're going to do a market update, EV tracker for both alpha as well as unlimited. Before we get there, if you would like to have access to all this data as a collection tracker, head on over to patreon.com/KitchenTableTCG. Get yourself access to that collection tracker. It updates every time I do a video. It also gets you access to a Discord server as well as a 10% off discount code over at Midtown Merchant. It's a great way to buy some cards. It's a great way to have some fun with the community. The Discord server is awesome. We have 3 weekly armory events as well as a monthly classic constructed league. It's a lot of fun, and if you participate in any of those events, you basically get $5 off of one of the events, and it replaces your whole Patreon fee. So everything's free. Anyway, let's move on. Let's talk about WTR. Let's see what's going on in the market. It's going to be a good update. So let's talk about some stuff. Number one, sealed boxes kind of ticking up. Let's show you. It's hard to value these things right now. There's one sold for $5,500 that looks like it's in just super good condition. But then additionally, there's one that sold for $4,000, which, I'm sure it's in fine condition. There's one that sold for $4,400, another one for $4,500, 2 of them for $7,200. So it's kind of hard to figure out exactly where to value these at. So what I've done is taken like the $5,500, the $4,000, and kind of met in the middle. But then I also looked at what is currently available on on eBay, and it's about $4,900, about $48,000 to $5,000, basically $4,800 to $5,000. So that's kind of where we landed at the $4,900. You can see we are on like a 4-week increase as we're heading back up to the $5,000 price point. I think things are starting to dry up in the market. That's my belief. We'll see what happens. Meanwhile, if you want unlimited boxes, you'll see I have unlimited boxes sitting at $59. But you can see that Channel Fireball has changed their eBay account and is now now selling bundles of 8 unlimited boxes with Monarch. So you get 4 WTR and 4 Monarch unlimited boxes. The bids are ending at around $350. The bids are starting at $310. This is their way of getting out of the new map agreement that was set out. So this would be an average of $43 per box. This is what they've changed their name. They've changed their eBay name to Card Shop Live. This is Channel Fireball. They've changed their name to Card Shop Live. So that is less than the distribution cost by a considerable amount, if you were curious. So if you want boxes for $43, that's where I'm going to go order my boxes from rather than ordering from distribution. So that's kind of where we're at. And let's move on. Oh boy, I don't know, man. I'm gonna keep it at $59. I don't know. That's why I'm keeping it at. You'd have to buy multiple boxes to get it cheaper. Meanwhile, the Heart of Feyendale sitting, we'll call it $15,000 still. Really nothing being offered. Really, I don't even see one for sale for $15,000, but that's the most recent sold listing that we have seen. It's kind of pay what you're going to do. Meanwhile, the unlimited one sitting at $184. There was a 2-day period this past week where about 15 of them dried up each day, and then none sold for 2 days, and then 15 of them dried up again. So it seems like, just based on that, unless there was some deck tech that went out, or unless something, I just don't see that happening with the Harp. Somebody seems to be purchasing up a considerable amount of these Heart of Feyendales, and that's kind of ticking the price up. The offside of that is there's so much product. Because product is so cheap right now, there's so much product being opened, and so the market is getting added Hearts of Feyendale. So, all right, let's talk about Alpha. C, is it worth it? First off, no, in the last 2 weeks, no sold listings, none being offered really on Facebook that have been accepted. There's a few that are being offered on Facebook, but no one is buying them. It's nuts how little product is available in these Alpha legendary cold foils. And no one's willing to pay the prices that are currently listed, which is upwards of $3,000 for the non-class specific. There is a spring tunic that's available for $6,800 right now, so that's kind of interesting, but really nothing too much available, so no real change. Meanwhile, over in your cold foil common universe, there was a really interesting sale of a Breaking Scales over on eBay. Breaking Scales for $800 now. That's awesome. It looks great, whatever. But on TCG Player, there's Breaking Scales available for $450. and 500. So that's why I went with the 450 number. But the cold foil commons are really starting to dry up on the market. A lot of them being purchased. Hope Merchant's Hood purchased for $350. Iron Right Helm for $275. There was a Gauntlet that sold this week for $300. Heart and cross straps for $400. A Snapdragon Scalers on Facebook for $420. So they're starting to dry up on the marketplace. They're starting to be picked up at slightly higher prices. Some of those like Hope Merchant Hoods and Breaking Scales, that kind of thing. Very, very interesting stuff to see. All right, let's talk about Enlightened Strike. There's currently an Enlightened Strike on Facebook, an alpha Enlightened Strike rainbow foil that's being offered. I love this guy. This is awesome. I absolutely love it. He is offering it $5,000 by now, or best public offer. I gotta love it. I love it. And current offer is $2,900. This is a great way to do a sale. It's great to see kind of like people's conversation and a public offering of it. So currently the best public offer by Russ is at $2,900 plus shipping. So there is one available, as he says, on eBay for $3,800. So $2,900 is what we'll go with today. We'll see what happens. The last sale was at $3,000 that I had tracked, so that's about right. So. All right, let's keep going. Let's move through. We're trying to keep these down to 10 minutes. Ooh, we'll see how it goes. Super rares, nothing really moving. Not really anything to talk about. Let's keep going. The rares, rainbow foil, nothing to talk about on these things. It's just all TCG low on those. We'll talk about them when we get to the EV. All right, so let's talk about the EV then. First off, I don't know what's going on with last week's prices. Something's all jacked up in the way this works behind the scenes, and I couldn't fix it today. I just don't have the time with everything going on. But that being said, the price points is just your losses won't be there. Don't just ignore those losses, but these are the current prices, and the losses aren't that strong because the legendaries didn't change at all. So the legendary and the Fable takes up almost 50% of the EV in a box of alpha. So that just kind of those didn't change. So nothing really changed. But your EV is about 1,103 if you're opening one box. If you open up a case, about 1,700, and if you open up a 40 box, you'd be sitting at $2,123. All right, let's keep trucking on. Let's talk about Unlimited. See if is it worth it to open up one of your $43 boxes of Unlimited from eBay. All right, Spring Tunic at $150. That's kind of ticking up, although there was some sales at $145, but the most recent was $150. Tectonic Plating finally starting to cool down a little bit at $105. Mask of Momentum at $99. Braveforge Bracers at $69, and Scab Skins over at $45. That puts everything down 7% for an average of $93. Unlimited Majestics are both down. For the Rainbow Foil, you're down 2%. From the non-foil, down 9%. And Enlightened Strike is actually ticking up a little bit on the Rainbow Foil side. Glinth Quicksilver also ticking up a little bit. Tome also ticking up a little bit. But most of the other stuff is down, particularly like the Brute cards are down a lot, as there's just not the people who are playing Brute. But even like some of the Guardian cards, as people are learning things that work in Oldham and don't, those are down a little bit. So not a whole lot of interaction going on with WTR. Super rares actually up this week a little bit, up 14%, up 6%. That's just fluctuation. Some of these are up. It says 200%, but it's going from 25 cents to 75 cents. It's just what was available today on the market based on what's available last time I did the update. So nothing really to talk about. When you're up 6%, you're talking about 50 cents. So all right, rares don't really matter. Nothing's of value. That's all bulk. So all right, EV per box then, and this does include the rares. And I know the EV tool isn't working super well. I'm working on all the stuff that's behind the scenes. We're working on figuring it out. It's a one-man team plus some volunteers here, so I'm trying. So that's why all these numbers, again, these percentages are wrong, but the data is correct. So currently, if you're just going to open up one box, it's really not worth it to open up a box no matter how cheap you get it. You're sitting at $45. But if you do get one of those cases and you are able to get that for, cheaper than, $60, something like that, it is about worth it to open. If you're, especially getting that eBay deal, it's certainly worth it to open. But after fees and shipping, you're about breaking even. You're going to pay shipping and fees. I don't know about shipping. You're going to pay fees on eBay, but you're going to then end up paying fees when you sell stuff. So it's not, it's just, you kind of break even, honestly. But the values are about trending sideways. I mean, I'd say we're probably down like 2 or 3%. I know we can't actually tell, but we're probably down 2 or 3%, but nothing major. So anyway, that's the market update for WTR. Not a whole lot going on, but that being said, if you want access to all the data, the collection tracker works well. If you want access to all the data, head on over to patreon.com/KitchenTableTCG. Get access to all that and support the brand and the channel, as well as getting Midtown Merchant discount code and access to the Discord server and all the fun stuff. So hope you guys have a great day. One more time, be kind to the people around you. We'll see you again next video.